Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. Welcome to the software video series where we discuss how to manage browsers and client emails such as Outlook and how to troubleshoot common software problems. In part 3, we introduced Microsoft Outlook that replaced Microsoft Mail in Windows 11, and in part 4, we introduced the desktop version of Microsoft Outlook. While Microsoft Outlook is not specifically tested in the CompTIA A+ exam, if you work for a company or organization, you will most likely need to know how to support their email system. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. For years, Microsoft included Windows Mail in Windows as the free mail client. Recently, Microsoft is replacing Windows Mail with Microsoft Outlook. The newest version of Outlook resembles Outlook on the web, or OWA, which is the web version of Outlook. Microsoft Outlook is a personal information manager and email application developed by Microsoft. It is primarily used for email communications, but also incorporates features such as calendar, task management, contact management, note-taking, journal logging, and web browsing. Some key features and functionalities of Microsoft Outlook include: Outlook allows users to send, receive, and organize emails. It supports various email protocols including IMAP, SMTP, and Exchange Server. Outlook includes a calendar feature that enables users to schedule appointments, meetings, and events. It supports features such as reminders, recurring appointments, and meeting invitations. Outlook provides a contact management system where users can store and organize contact information, such as names, email addresses, phone numbers, and more. It also supports the creation of distribution lists for sending group emails. Outlook includes a task management feature that allows users to create to-do lists, set deadlines, and track tasks. Tasks can be categorized, prioritized, and assigned to specific dates. Outlook allows users to create and organize notes for jotting down ideas, reminders, or other important information. Notes can be categorized and searched for easy access. Outlook includes a journal feature that enables users to log activities such as email communications, meetings, and document editings for tracking and reference purposes. Keep in mind that Microsoft Outlook or similar email program is probably the most used communication tool used in a company or organization. Obviously, Outlook is the primary email tool. People depend on it to access contacts so they can email or call people. People depend on it as a time management tool that allows users to schedule and manage their meetings and to organize tasks that they have to work on. When employees start with companies as their first enterprise or IT job, most people don't realize how vital the email systems can be. Even if you're not part of the help desk that will support email, you'll need to use a mail application to perform your everyday functions. The email can give you a record of your assigned task and approvals if used properly. The address book will list all employees within an organization and company and give you contact information for those users. Your manager and other people within the company will schedule meetings with you using their mail system, and you'll need to use the mail system to schedule meetings with them. When you start with the company or organization, you must set up your email and start using it immediately. When you first start Outlook, you'll be prompted you to log in with an email account. You can log in with Office 65 or Exchange Online, Microsoft Exchange or on-premise, Outlook.com account, Gmail, Yahoo, iCloud, or any email system that supports IMAP. You can also create an Outlook.com account. If you're not using one of the big email providers such as Google, Yahoo, or Microsoft, you will need to use IMAP and SMTP as the email protocol, where you will specify the IMAP username and password, the IMAP incoming server and port, IMAP secure connection type, SMTP username and password, SMTP outgoing server and port, and SMTP secure connection type. To know which settings to use, you'll have to contact your email provider or your help desk. Internet Message Access Protocol, or IMAP, is a widely used protocol for email retrieval and management. IMAP allows an email client such as Microsoft Outlook, Mozilla Thunderbird, or Apple Mail to access email messages stored on a mail server. An IMAP server typically lists on well-known ports 143, while IMAP over SSL/TLS or IMAP-S uses 993. For security reasons, you should always want to use IMAP over SSL/TLS. IMAP provides email retrieval, message synchronization, which allows multiple email clients and devices to access the same mailbox simultaneously and synchronize changes across all devices. Folder structure. Message flags and status, including read and unread status, message flags such as important or flagged, and message deletions. Changes made to message flags or status in one email client are reflected in real time on other clients accessing the same mailbox. You also have offline access. Some email clients such as Microsoft Outlook support offline access by caching email headers or message bodies locally. This allows users to access and read emails even when not connected to the internet. IMAP supports encryption and authentication mechanisms to ensure secure communications between the email client and the server. IMAP over SSL encrypts data transmitted between the client and the server, protecting sensitive information such as login credentials and email content. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, or SMTP, is a protocol used for sending email messages between servers on the internet. SMTP is responsible for transferring outgoing emails from the sender's email client or application to the recipient's mail server. SMTP works by: a user sends an email from their email client or application, such as Outlook, Gmail, or Apple Mail, and the email message is composed and addressed to one or more recipients. The sender's email client communicates with the sender's outgoing mail server, also known as the SMTP server or SMTP relay server, and the email client passes the email messages to the SMTP server for delivery. The sender's SMTP server establishes a connection with the recipient's mail server using the SMTP protocol, which involves a series of handshakes and exchanges of commands and responses between the two servers. Once the connection is established, the sender's SMTP server sends the email messages to the recipient's mail server. If the recipient's mail server is not the final destination for the email message, the message may be relayed to other mail servers until it reaches its final destination. After the email message is successfully delivered to the recipient's mail server, the sender's SMTP server may receive a delivery confirmation or acknowledgement from the recipient server. SMTP operates on port 25 by default. However, SMTP Secure or SMTP-S or SMTP over SSL/TLS will typically use port 587. To configure Outlook, you would click the gear button at the top right corner. The Accounts tab will allow you to add additional accounts. The General tab will allow you to configure language and time settings, appearance such as colors and themes, notifications, accessibilities, privacy, and search options. Mail tab allows you to select the layout, including focused inbox, text size and spacing, and how the message will be sorted. It also includes compose and reply options and attachment options. Mail tab allows you to select the layout, including focused inbox or not, and emails are grouped by conversation. If you enable Focus Inbox, it will divide emails into two tabs. The Focus tab contains emails that Outlook algorithms determine to be important to you based on your past interactions and email content. These emails typically include messages from contacts you frequently communicate with, as well as messages that Outlook identifies as high priority or relevant to the current activities. The other tab contains emails that Outlook considers less important or lower priority. These emails may include newsletters, promotional emails, and other messages that are not as deemed as urgent or essential. Users have the option to customize and train the Focus inbox to better suit their preferences by moving emails between the Focus and other tabs and adjusting the inbox settings, but most people prefer to have this option off so they can see all of their emails. Emails grouped by conversation is a feature in email clients like Microsoft Outlook that organize emails with the same subject or topic into a single conversation thread. Instead of displaying each individual emails as a separate entry in your inbox, emails that are part of the same conversation are grouped together, making it easier to follow the flow of communications. Mail tab allows you to define text size and spacing, how the messages will be sorted, and if you want the reading or preview pane on the side or on the bottom of the screen. It also includes compose and reply options and attachment options and message and handling such as to always BCC or from option, default font and style, pop-out settings, default of reply or reply all, or mark an item as automatically read when the item is selected, and if you respond with a read receipt when an email is clicked or opened. Calendar tab allows you to select view options for the calendar such as what days is a work week, what is your start and end time, show week numbers, events and invitations will show default reminder 15 minutes before the meeting, weather allows you to show weather or not, and to display temperatures in Fahrenheit or Celsius. People tab allows you to display by first name or last name. Question: which email protocol is used to retrieve and manage emails? Answer: IMAP. Question: which email protocol is used to send and deliver email? Answer: SMTP. Question: what port does SMTP use? Answer: port 25. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, recently Microsoft is replacing Windows Mail with Microsoft Outlook. The newest version of Outlook resembles Outlook on the web, or OWA, which is the web version of Outlook. Microsoft Outlook is a personal information manager and email application developed by Microsoft. It is primarily used for email communications, but also incorporates features such as calendar, task management, contact management, note-taking, journal logging, and web browsing. If you're not using one of the big email providers such as Google, Yahoo, or Microsoft, you'll need to use IMAP and SMTP as the email protocols. Internet Message Access Protocol, or IMAP, is a widely used protocol for email retrieval and management. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, or SMTP, is a protocol used for sending email messages between servers on the internet. SMTP is responsible for transferring outgoing emails from the sender's email client or applications to the recipient's mail server. To configure Outlook, you would click the gear button at the top right corner. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be Software Part 4, Introduction to Microsoft Mail and Outlook Part 2. If you have not already, don't forget to subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Thank you.